Monday, May the 3rd, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week. 365 days a year. Of course, I'm Mitch, and we go over the day's card on this show, and we kind of just pick and choose games that we, throughout the schedule. Of course, I do free pick videos on all of the baseball and basketball. I don't do hockey, and people ask why, and it's because it's not a sport for me. It's not a sport that I'm comfortable with, so I don't give out picks in it. But we might be adding a hockey show if Chris Ruffalo can ever get it together over there, and so I would bet the under on that one. But anyways, we have, of course, Brian and Rod with us as usual. And today is a big day for us. We're starting our premium VIP show. That will start promptly at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be ready to go for that, and hopefully it all goes without a glitch. I believe we can do it. So we're gonna get together early and make sure that it works. So even if we're on the air a minute or two before 5:15. We'll start the show at 5:15 and start talking, and it will run a half hour max to 5:45. The way that show is going to work is we're going to talk about picks throughout, money movement throughout the day, players that are out, things of that nature that can greatly affect late betting action, which is where the bulk of the betting action comes in, is in those last hour or two before a game. You ever go to a sports book and, like if it's only a night schedule, or like an NFL Sunday, right? It's like the hour or two before the game, right? That's when the lines are around the corner, It's like that's when all the action happens. So we will, be talking about that. Even talk about basically we'll talk about. Things like that. And, the show doesn't really have a set, finish line as far as exactly where it's going to end up in a month from now or 2 months from now or 6 months from now or anything like that, or things that will be added to it or things that will be taken out. We're kind of just going to go with it and see how it goes. But I am going to give out picks that I have in my premium. I'm not going to give out all of my premium picks every day, and also, sometimes in the other premium, I always say at the beginning, these picks are the individual opinion of the handicapper giving the pick. This show is going to give us the opportunity to say if we disagree with that pick, because like there's picks every day that people give that other people on the show do not agree with, and they even have premium picks on the other side. But we'll be able to say that and exactly why we disagree, which is the most important part, because it's up to you. The bet is ultimately made by the person making the bet, not by us. So it's like you always have a choice whether to make it or not. And, with this type of format that we've done with the YouTube Premium, I mean, I don't know how to really explain it that well, but I could just say that, if you're playing all the picks that are given out on the premium show every day on our regular YouTube Premium, which is still great, but if you give out all those picks, you're basically betting against one of the other cappers' premium picks probably every single day if you're just playing them straight. So it's not a representation of each of the of the cappers as a group or anything like that. Each pick is just a representation of that individual capper. I guess that is the way to say it. But anyways. It should let you upgrade it. The computer is the way to do it. On a phone, it's difficult. So I know it's difficult on a phone, but if you go to a computer, I don't know anyone that has really struggled on a computer to do it. So that's about it, though. I wanted to talk about it, and we'll talk about it a little later as well. But I don't want to. This show is never going to be an infomercial, for something else, and it's not going to be anything different than what it was. But I'm just talking about what's going on with that, because I know a lot of questions. Let's get to the NBA. We got a good schedule. Players are playing again. I said I wasn't going to start putting in premium picks in the NBA until the playoffs, but I think now it's safe to definitely jump back in the water. My regular free picks were on fire yesterday. I know that. I didn't win them all, but I certainly hit. I think I pushed one and lost one and won all the rest. So I will. I'm kind of like we're back in action. It's like with the players back, you can really tell a lot more as to what's going on here. Anyways, we got the Pistons and the Magic. If anyone could figure out what's going on there, good luck to you. But you got the Wizards and the Pacers. You've got the Pelicans and the Warriors, and the Hawks and the Blazers. Brian, any of those four?
Yeah, I started out this morning liking the Washington Wizards, but as we progress throughout the day, it looks like the Pacers are the sharper of the two. The line's dropping from 4 to 3. You might be able to get a 3.5 at FanDuel, but I think the bigger bettors are coming in on the Pacers. I think they're heating up at the right time. I know Washington's 8-2 last 10, but I think the Pacers have the playoff pedigree. I'll take it 3.5, 3. I think it's a one-possession game. And then the Orlando Magic plus the 1.5. This is just the lean for degenerate gamblers out there. I think Orlando, the Pistons just lately haven't been hitting the mark as far as the bettors go. I took a couple real hard with the Detroit Pistons. I think the Magic can win this one outright.
Right.
I like the over in the Pacers and Wizards game. Both these two teams like to play at a high pace, and I think that's what we get again. Give me the over, 246 I see it at. It just keeps moving up, and I see why. So I'm going to take the over in that one. And I'm with you. Give me the Magic. I'm going to take the Magic on the money line. I think they outright beat the Pistons in this one. Give me the Magic on the money line. Oh, I like
the Wizards. I think I'm not going to jump in the front of that runaway train. I see the line dropping from 4.5 to 3. I don't care. I'm taking the Wiz. Taking a Wiz. Taking the Wiz.
That's what you're going to be doing on your betting ticket if you bet the Wizards. You're going to be taking a Wiz on it.
Thanks, Brian. Just like Dylan Bundy, right?
Dylan Bundy gave up 2 runs over 6 innings. He wasn't dominant like I thought he would be, but that's not a bad start. So.
Justice was served.
Anyways, I got surprised.
No, you got surprised.
Yeah, one good start.
The guy's like 1-68 since in the last 5 years. Shocker. It's 1-68 with a 9.4 ERA. Man, it's surprising he couldn't hold it together, against the best money team in baseball as a favorite on the road. Yeah. I mean, it just made no sense whatsoever. Anyways, I also like the Warriors here against the Pelicans. The Warriors are in a good spot now. When you look at the playoff standings, something that I've been really paying a lot of attention to recently, the Warriors are now in the 9th spot, so they're a half game ahead of the Spurs, and then they're a half game behind the Grizzlies. And I believe there's a big advantage to being in the 7-8 as opposed to the 9-10 in the NBA in the playoff standings. So I think if you're in the 7-8, you get to play against each other, and then the loser of that goes into the play-in against the other guys. So it's something like that, but I know there's a distinct advantage to being a 7-8 over 9 or 10. The Warriors are sitting right there with a chance at being an 8, and I think that plenty to play for here, and also with the Spurs breathing down their neck at the 10. I think what's really interesting here in the Western Conference, and we'll get to this as we go on, and I guess the Blazers are in this time segment, so we can kind of go why the Blazers are almost a stone cold lock today, is because, see, the 5, 6, and 7 spot in the Western Conference is now a deadlock tie. So every game from here on out for the Mavericks, the Lakers, and the Blazers are like playoff games. because two of those teams are going to be the 5 and 6 seed, and one of those teams is going to be the 7th seed. And there's a big difference between being the 6 and the 7, because if you're a 6, you do not have to play in the play-in tournament, and if you're a 7, you do. So you have that opportunity. It's in your own hands, right? You control your own destiny, right? They call it you control your own destiny. And the Blazers control their own destiny. They're not going to lose to no Atlanta Hawks, man. They're going to bust them up. And that's what they're going to continue to roll. I'm going to take the Blazers here. Easy money. You got to just go with all these teams that are right on the cusp of doing something, and especially these ones that are tied, in the standings. And so if there's a lot of them to choose from, and we're already starting to see over the last couple of days, the teams that were taking it kind of as a walk in the park are now all of a sudden taking it very seriously. Anyways, we go to the Bulls, 76ers, the Knickerbockers and the Grizzlies, the Jazz and the Spurs, and then the big one is the Lakers and the Nuggets. Brian?
I'm trying to control myself here. I want to be on the Chicago Bulls plus the points.
You don't have to control yourself, man.
I just think the Blazers look pretty square to me. But
you can look as square as you want, man. They're on an absolute heater, and we saw this team on a heater in the bubble do the exact same thing that they're doing now. And a matter of fact, of all the teams that were on the heater and all the teams that were square and all the teams that were all those things, the Blazers were the one that brought it home all the way. They did not lose a game of a regular season game at that end of the season stretch when they needed to win every single game. They won every single game. And if Lillard said, hey, if this is going to take me taking every single shot, then I am going to take every single shot, whatever it takes for us to get there. And they did it. So this is a team that we know can do it. They have the pedigree. They just did it. They just did it. And that level of competition that they faced in the bubble, not everyone was invited to the bubble. Only the top teams were in the bubble. So they did it against much better than what they face here. And it was all on the road. It was in the bubble.
I guess we'll see tonight.
Yeah, we will
find out. In the Sixers-Bulls game, I don't believe the Sixers, there's nobody on their injury report, but to me it looks like one of their big guys is going to sit out this game. They're on a second game of back-to-back overtime with the Spurs last night. I got in at 6.5 this morning. I see it at 5.5. I think the Bulls are going to keep this within a possession tonight. And then I'm going to take the Nuggets minus the points against the Lakers. Lakers have been a crap show. I know they need to win. They're sitting around the number 7 spot. And I saw somebody in the group say, don't bet the Nuggets tonight. That makes me want to take the Nuggets. The line goes from 2 to 3, minus 3.5. I think the big money's on Denver, and I'm going to back them too.
So the Hawks are also in a battle with the Celtics. With the Celtics and the Heat there at 8.5 back. Tied with the Heat in the 5-6 spot with the Celtics in the 7. So they need to win too. I mean, they're one game in the loss column and one game in the win column ahead of the Celtics. I would say their position is probably a little better than the Blazers, as far as that needing to win. They both need to win, but the Blazers really need to win. And the Hawks, a little less so because the Celtics aren't going to do anything. They can't beat anybody. They stink. They stink. You want to talk about a team that, looked like the Phillies bullpen. Celtics. Rod, what do you think?
For me in this one, I'm going to go with the Knicks and the Grizzlies to go under the total. I'm going to open it 217. I see it's up to 219. I'm going to take the under. There's just way too many people on the over. We know the Knicks defense come to play. Knicks are on a back-to-back. I think the pace slows down. We're not on a big high pace. Shoot them out in that one. Give me the under in that one. And you know what I'm going to take? I'm going to take the Lakers plus the points. I think that's too many points. I think this game comes down to last shot. So you're going to give me 4. I'll take the Lakers plus the 4. As I think it's a last possession wins that game.
Lakers money line for me. I think that once again, you look at the playoff standings, and if there's a team that has a meaningful game today, of all of the teams on the entire board today, of every team that's playing today, there's 16 NBA teams playing today. If there's a team that has the most meaningful game of any of those, you just said, who has the most meaningful game on this entire card? It's the Lakers. And you look at those standings, the Lakers have played their way into the play-in. Okay? Now the 5, 6, and 7 in the Western Conference, okay, especially with the Blazers going today. So if the Blazers win and the Lakers lose, the Lakers are now in the 7 spot. So a team that's had banged-up players all season long, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you want to put those guys through an extra few games before the first round of the playoffs? Hell no. It's like you're going to do whatever you can now to avoid that situation. It's amazing that they let it get this far, right? And I'm sure the Lakers could be that team that says, we went from play-in to world champion, right? These are the guys, right? If there's a team out there that can do that, it's these guys, right? And either we like LeBron, we don't like LeBron, we like him as a player, we don't like him as a person, right? All these different things, right? But he kind of knows how to at least get to the finals. He doesn't always win, but he kind of knows how to get there every single year because he's the best player, right? Whether we like it or not, he is the best player. Anthony Davis, he's him and Durant are kind of like 1A, or they could also be the best player on any given day or any given week, right? So, but here's a guy with bad knees. Here's, LeBron, who's, he's not the same LeBron he was, 10 years ago as far as youth. Still strong, still good, still all those things. Still can hit the 3, right? I mean, which is ridiculous, right? He does all these things, and to me, that's always the one thing where it's just like you see LeBron do like all these things on the court. He's one of the best defenders out there, right? And all of a sudden, you just kind of forget about it. You see him just start hitting 3s like Curry, right? It's like bang, 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 bang. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And I don't think the Lakers are interested in playing in the play-in. And I think when they want to turn it on, I think they are a push-button team. And I think kind of like a push-button horse. And I believe the Lakers are that team. I think they turned it on tonight against a Nuggets team that we've seen struggle at times. So
the +4 doesn't send off any signals to you?
I could care less.
All right, well, I think the Nuggets love slamming the Lakers and giving it to them. They beat them by 30, I think, the last time they played. Even I know it was that LeBron and Davis, but the line kind of looks like they don't need to beg for Laker money. They get that naturally. So I disagree with that one.
All right, it's fine. That's why that's how the house pays people like me.
I hear you. It's just they don't need to encourage. They could have this game at a pick 'em and get enough action on the Lakers. My opinion.
See, here's a comment, right? So here's a comment that I don't see it making sense. So Andy's saying that they may need LBJ to rest and get healthy over tonight's win. But actually, it's the opposite. See, if they win, then he'll get the rest, right? It's like if they don't win, then they're not going to get the rest that they need, right? They need to win now to get the rest. If not, they're going to have to play extra games, and they're not just regular season games against the Cavaliers and the Pistons. They're going to have to play. It's going to be these are the teams they're going to have to play. The Spurs, who we know have Popovich. There's a guy that has LeBron's number. It's him. And then the Warriors, who who knows what's going to show up with those guys. You want to play those guys and the Grizz, or would you rather be sleeping?
I think the line suggests LeBron's
watching 90 Day Fiancé with me on TV reruns.
I don't think LeBron plays tonight. The line kind of tells you he's not playing.
It
There's
doesn't
no
matter.
way they'd be +4 with
It
LeBron
doesn't
playing
matter.
tonight.
They're going to win. What are you selling tonight, Brian?
LeBron's not playing. Bet on it. I don't know. Is there a bet on that?
Probably.
Let me see here. I have 2 NBA premium plays tonight on my Monday night money shot 3-pack and 1 big MLB play. So get my Monday night money shot for $40 at pickdogs.com. Love the card tonight. NBA 25-16, 61% run. Try to keep that going. Won in the NBA yesterday. Going to do it again tonight.
And for me, it's Kickstart the Week. Got a nice 5-pack over there. 2 NBA, 2 MLB, and 1 10-star NHL play of the day. Love these 5 plays. Kickstart the Week nicely. Available over at Pick Dogs Premium.
I got 3 MLB plays and got our premium VIP YouTube, which I'm excited about. Of course, we have our regular premium YouTube, which is a great deal still. $50. You get at least 8 picks a day on that. So it ends up being like 20 cents a pick on premium picks on YouTube. And then we have our VIP, which is an added live show where we'll also have questions. Not going to let the questions aren't going to be like, you can't just ask who's going to cover every single game on the board and stuff like that. I mean, that's not the type of questions that we're going to have there, but we will have you'll be able to ask questions on premium picks. And of course, like I said, if there is someone that gives a pick that we don't agree with, that's a premium pick or on the show or whatever, we'll be able to give the other side like we do here, as opposed to just sitting there like saying we might disagree with the Angel. Anyways, go to Major League Baseball, just a 10-game card today. Got the Phillies after last night's debacle of debacles. I don't mind a team giving up a bases clearing double with the bases loaded. I do mind walking 2 of the guys to get on, and one of them being, a guy who hasn't gotten a hit, Lindor, to save his life. And, I also don't understand how you hit the ball to the second baseman and a guy scores from first. I don't understand it. I don't understand how that happens. It's like you casually are throwing the ball. The guy just ran home. It was like, yeah. It's like you're just going to stand there with the ball talking to your friends. It's like, yeah, I'm going to run home. And that's exactly what they did. Ridiculous, man. Forget the home run that wasn't a home run and any of that stuff. Just pathetic. How a manager isn't fired immediately after that game is beyond me. Because that is unacceptable. Forget that they were just kicking the ball around the infield all night, that these guys can't even field the ball. Pathetic, man. You spend how much on Bryce Harper? And he strikes out to end the game. Familia, of all people. Anyways, Vince Velasquez will be serving today.
He was never good against Familia. Harper's 2-16, I think, against Familia. The only guy that is.
Phillies, Brewers, Cubs, Dodgers, Twinkies, Rangers, Cardinals, Mets, Royals, Indians. Brian?
I'm going to give out Brewers and Phillies on the drive-through tonight, so make sure you tune in and check that out. As far as the other games go, I'm going to go 2 huge value plays here. I'm going to take the Chicago Cubs at home with Kyle Hendricks on the mound. He's had 2 out of his 4 starts have been really rough, giving up 14 runs, but the other 2 starts have been very solid, and I just think that's a ton of plus money to get with the desperate home team in the Cubs. And then the Rangers getting plus 160 on the road. Kenta Maeda 1-2 at 6.56 ERA. Twins just overpriced here at minus 175. So I'm going to put an even bet on the Rangers and Cubs, and I'm pretty sure I'll come out ahead.
Rod?
For me, I like the over in the Twins and Texas game, and I also like the Twins on the run line. I think they kicked the snot out of Texas. Texas 0-4 the last 4 meetings. 0-4 in Dunn's last 4 starts. 0-4 in the last 4 games versus a team with a losing record. I like the Twins. Their bats woke up. They're looking like they're ready to start a nice little winning streak here. So I think it's not on Texas. I like the Twins on the run line and the over in that one. That's all I like in that spot.
I like the over in Texas Twins. Maeda's been batting practice. The problem with Maeda is that he doesn't have good velocity, right? So he's like a 91, 93 mile an hour fastball guy. So which works, and as we saw last year and throughout his career, if your other stuff is working, right? If your other stuff is working, and his other stuff is not working, and that's why his fastball is getting just knocked out of the park. It's like, I didn't even know he had blonde hair, but I see his hat just get knocked off his head, man. The ball whizzing by it all day long. It's like, but I like the over in that one. And I kind of like the under at Wrigley. The under at the Cubs Dodgers. I know it's going up, so the wind's probably blowing out. Dodgers never really play that well at Wrigley. That's for sure. I sat next to like the owner of the Dodgers one time. Not the owner, but maybe he's a partial owner or something. He had a ring. And Wrigley. And he just was miserable about the whole thing. It's like, I don't know why we never win here. It's like, and then I got to listen to that song. I hate the song, right? The Cubs song. Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs gonna lose today. I used to like the L banner. I like the other games better. We got the Giants against the Rockies. We got the Angels against the Rays. We got the Blue Jays against the A's. We've got the Mariners against the Orioles and Pittsburgh against San Diego. Brian?
I like a bunch of games here, but I like the Rays with Tyler Glasnow on the mound. It's very rare that you get to take Tampa Bay at minus 110 with Glasnow on the mound. He's 3-1 with a 1.67 ERA. Tawny's good, but how long will he be in there? I just think the Rays are the better pick there. And then Colorado Rockies, that just looks like a super sharp play. They're begging you to take Aaron Sanchez with that slight plus money. He's had a good season so far, but I think Aaron Sanchez will start playing to the back of his card tonight. And how can you not like the Pittsburgh Pirates getting all that plus money? I think the guy for the Padres has a lifetime ERA of like 6.67, 6.17, something like that. I wouldn't lay that kind of juice with an unproven pitcher at home. Take the Pirates and Tyler Anderson tonight at plus 160.
Rod?
For me, I like the Rays as well. Rays, they just like to beat up on the Angels. 14-5 the last 19 versus the Angels. So better pitcher, better team. I think they have a nice win in that one. Give me the Rays. And the other one I like in this spot is I'm going to take the Orioles over the Mariners here. I know the Mariners have been definitely on fire, playing good baseball, but I think it's a good spot here for the Mariners or for the Orioles to get the win over the Mariners. I can't get to my computer sheet that had my write-up.
Who's starting with Seattle? Who's starting for the Mariners tonight?
Well, that's what I'm trying to. My computer froze.
It's not up yet. TBD.
I think Dean
right?
Kramer's going for the Orioles. But...
Yeah, he is. No idea. Is that it, Rod?
That's it, yep.
I like the Pirates in this spot. They just beat up on the Padres last weekend, so about a week and a half ago. So I like them here. Anderson's been pretty good, And as Brian said, Diaz limited major league action, so it's not a lot of innings, and that's why he's got that big number. But he's also injury prone.
He wasn't good in the minors, I don't think.
No, he's
either.
not. He's not good. I'm sugarcoating it here. I also like the Mariners. I don't care who's pitching. I'm down with TBD. They're just red hot right now. Money men. Now I'm gonna go against you guys. I'm gonna take the Giants. They're just the better team. I always like getting a better team as a dog. So why not?
Doesn't look fishy to you?
Oh, it looks absolutely fishy. It's not a premium pick or anything. It's just, I just see value there. I mean, you get the better team as a dog. It's like, that's pretty much what it is. Who do you like, Chiefs or Bucks? It's like it's like
I'm not
going to pick on a regular Sunday. It's like it's just kind of there. Go to the NHL. Oh man, got the Sabres and Islanders, the Devils and Bruins, Rangers, Capitals, Flyers, Penguins, Hurricane, Blackhawks, and Blue Jackets, Predators. Those first 6.
Yeah, it's a big card, but not a ton of games that I'm really interested in. I kind of like the Flyers at plus 150. The world seems to be on Pittsburgh, and the Flyers they lost 3 or 4 straight. It looked like crap, but I think they can get it done at home and knock off Pittsburgh. Just too much action on the other side for me.
For me, I like Washington and the Rangers to go over 6. I think we see a whole pile of goals on that one. Not enamored with this hockey card. I like Nashville over Columbus. This Columbus team is just awful. 1-6 their last 7 games. Just awful. Nashville needs wins. I'll take Nashville on the puck line in that one. And another good shot with some value. I'll take the Blackhawks here. Carolina can't win them all. I think they get upset here. The Blackhawks get a nice win in that one. So give me the Blackhawks and Nashville on the puck line. And the over in Washington and the Rangers. That's all I like. 6.
I kind of like Columbus on the puck line there. And anything else? Boy, what a lousy card, huh? All right.
Big lousy card. That's
about it for me. We got Montreal and Toronto. Those teams are friendly, I'm sure. We've got Ottawa and Winnipeg, the Jets, Jets. Panthers against the Stars. Blues against the Ducks. The Smudges against the Knights. And Canucks and Oilers in the nightcap. Center stage, 10 p.m. Eastern time start. The only one in that time slot.
Well, for me, it's just a public fade here. I'm going to go against the Winnipeg Jets and take the Ottawa Senators plus 140 at home. They're a scrappy bunch. I think they can give the Jets all they can handle. And why not the Minnesota Wild at home? They beat Vegas Golden Knights last month. I think they can get it done again here. You get nice money with a live home dog. Take Minnesota Wild and the Ottawa Senators.
Rod?
And for me, 3-team, we're going to take Ottawa on the money line over the Jets. Winnipeg's pretty much locked into first round. They're playing the Oilers. They're in where the seed they are in. That's why they're playing the way they are. They have no inhibitions to win this game. They're just like, nah, we don't care. We know who we're playing in the playoffs. This is a nothing game. Give me the Senators in that one. The Wild are definitely, they love to come play Vegas. They know they're going to have to beat them. So give me the Wild in that one. And the other one, Dallas lost a heartbreaking one to in overtime. I think they bounced back and get a win in that one. Give me Dallas on the money line on that one. And the last one, the Oilers are playing, so take McDavid over points. I see it McDavid point total. I can see it 1.5. It gives you a nice plus 105. I'm going to take McDavid over 1.5 points in that game.
I like the Panthers on the puck line. That's my Mitchie Pucks play, and it's also going to be my too good to be poo. Hot diggity favorite pick. Panthers on the puck line.
Too crappy to be true.
Too good to be poo. I was reading the description. I was talking to Al McMorty the other night, so I was looking through a bunch of different sites and stuff. We were talking about the business and different sites and what other people are claiming they're doing on other sites, which is, actually, we had this thing, and I don't know. The numbers that he's being quoted out there by people, they just don't add up, to me. So I was just interested. And I'm looking around, and it's like, so I just happened to see like what the definitions were on these, like too good to be true and all this other stuff. It's pretty funny. It's very funny. But I don't know where it is. I lost it. We'll talk about it another day. But, of course, we'll talk about a lot of other days, I'm sure.
The merchant of death.
Yes.
For your bankroll.
Yes. But at those prices, at least it happens quickly. Parlay time. Rod.
For me, we're going to go with Ottawa on the money line, the Wild on the money line, and the Magic on the money line.
Brian?
Magic on the money line, the Indiana Pacers plus the points, and then the easiest one, the Denver Nuggets minus the points over the LA Lakers.
Panthers on the puck line, Lakers on the money line, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. 3 big dogs. Go to our recap segment, where we recap our picks from today's show. This was by audience request. This segment was added. This was when did we add this back? A couple weeks ago.
We need a Mitch's mailbag.
We should do Mitch's mailbag. Mitch has blocked everyone on Facebook. That's what he's done. He's made his. It's like that's where I'm at right now, and I'll tell you, it's only going to get worse. Rod, you're up.
NBA. We're going to take the Wizards and Pacers over the total. Magic on the money line. Bulls plus the points. The Knicks under the total. MLB, we're going to take the Twins on the run line. Twins over 8.5. The Rays on the money line. NHL, Washington over the total. Blackhawks on the money line. Nashville on the puck line. Ottawa on the money line. The Wild on the money line. And the parlay, Ottawa on the money line, Wild on the money line, Magic on the money line. Oh, and don't forget McDavid over 1.5 points. And jump on over to Pick Dogs Premium and grab Kickstart the Week. And the little button below that says join, hit that for the VIP Premium as it starts today. And great value there. Can't miss out on that.
Don't tell me how to kickstart the week. Brian. Tell Rod how to kickstart the week.
You kickstart the week by playing these NBA picks: the Magic on the money line, the Pacers plus the points, the Chicago Bulls plus the points. Then in Major League Baseball, the Texas Rangers on the money line, Cubs on the money line, Pirates on the money line, Rays on the money line, Rockies on the money line, and then in hockey, the Philadelphia Flyers on the money line, Minnesota Wild on the money line, and the Ottawa Senators on the money line. Parlay up the Magic money line, the Pacers plus the points, and then you lay it up there with the Nuggets minus the points against the Lakers.
You did the parlay?
Yeah. And make sure you check out my Monday Night Money Shot. 3 plays, $40. Pickdogs.com includes 2 NBA picks in there.
Sorry, I'm just I forgot to key up the early premium show. Of course, I've already shot it, but I was just keying it up, getting it ready. So right when the show ends, you guys are ready. You can see the picks, what they're going to be. But anyways, I took the Wiz, the Warriors, the Blazers, and the Lakers. I got the over in the Twinkies game, the under in the Cubs, Dodgers, the Pirates, Mariners, and Giants, and the Panthers on the puck line. My parlay is Panthers puck line, Lakers money line, Pirates money line. 3 big. Gosh, hit my light. People said I was too dark. Light in front of me, glaring in my face. See, it's this right here. See my hand? That's how close it is to me. It's right here. But that's the card hit when I throw it, and it's been hitting it lately. So I got to kind of go this way between the camera, the light. There we go. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. It's been fun, as always. I enjoyed it, making my Mondays better. I was in a real crabby-ass mood before the show, but I kind of cleaned it up a little bit. And, of course, I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow.